Happy Saturday, folks. This is Regenerative Life Wayne 69 coming to you from the burbs of Houston in Cyprus. The weather is it's probably about, I believe, in the 60s right now. We'll probably drop to like 59 tonight. And I'm sitting here and I was watching a few of you on the tube, people that I follow. And I've been watching what's going on in the economy also, and what's been going on in the increased food shortages, and the economic turmoil that this country is in right now. November the 2nd, the Fed meets again, and I'm thinking they're probably going to raise the interest rates another 0.75 again points. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but the way the economy is going, I'm thinking that's the way it's probably going to go, because what I'm seeing is that you guys got to realize that the Fed is not really for the people. The Fed is not really for the majority. The Fed was created for the one percenters. The Fed was created to protect the wealth of the one percenters. So what the Fed is saying right now is that we're still spending too much money. That the majority, us normal folks, me and you, are still spending too much money. And unemployment is still too low. That's what the Fed is saying. Unemployment is still too low. Meaning that the Fed wants to raise interest rates to stop inflation so that people can be laid off. Yes, the Fed wants people to lose their jobs. The Fed wants people to struggle. The families to struggle. Hunger. They don't care. They really don't care. And that just shows you. And if you don't see what's going on now, you're blind. You're a blind person. The average interest rate for a home now is 6% and above to purchase a home. A year ago, with very good credit, you could probably get a home for 2% interest. Now imagine being a new home buyer and going out here to buy your first home, and it's 6.5, it's 7% interest. You're paying 3 times as much, on that home loan for a 30-year fixed mortgage. So the Fed doesn't want you to buy a house. The Fed doesn't want you to do anything. The Fed wants you to suffer so that the rich can keep their money to protect the rich. But I'm going to switch a little bit. Me myself, talk about my personal journeys. One of my personal journeys is to buy acreage. I'm already a homeowner, have been for many years, but I want a homestead, buy acreage. And as you know, in this economy, everything's going up. The cost of land has gone up, especially depending on what part of the country you're in. I'm in Texas. One benefit I have that Texas has for its veterans is the Texas Veteran Land Board. And if you're a veteran, the Texas Veterans Land Board will lend you the money to buy land up to $150,000. And I believe the interest rate is 6%. It's capped at 6%. So if you're a veteran and you have the income to qualify to get the loan, it's basically similar to the VA home loan. You can get up to $150,000 to buy land. It has to be 1 acre or above. And right now, from what I'm seeing is, as I'm looking to purchase acreage in a rural area. I'm looking for unrestricted land. I'm looking for land where I can go off grid and do something off grid. I don't want to be attached to the grid. I don't want any municipality, any government entity telling me what I can and can't do with my land. So that's why I'm doing that. As far as what I'm going to do with that land once I get it, I'm not planning on building a traditional home on that land. I already have a home here. I'm most likely going to keep this home. I don't want another traditional home. I'm looking at doing a tiny home. Maybe a shipping container home, a yurt, something small. I don't need a lot of space myself. I'm more interested in the land so that I can have more space to be more self-sustainable. As this man-made weather crisis continues, the powers that be have already told us that there will be food shortages in the coming years. So I think it's important for us to learn how to produce some of our own food. You know, and I'm not talking about. I will never be a person. I will never be a person who sells food. I'm not. I'm looking for self-sustainability, meaning that I'm looking just to produce food so that I can eat, my family can eat, so forth. I'm not looking at being a farmer selling food. I mean, that's not what I'm doing. So that's not my goal. You know, homesteading and farming to me are two different things. Farmers grow food to sell. Homesteaders grow food to eat, to sustain themselves. So, and there's many ways to buy land. You can do a owner. I'm seeing a lot of owner financing out here in Texas. A lot of owner financing. And the further you get out, the cheaper the land is. I'm seeing land in Southwest Texas. I'm seeing 20 acres, 15 acres for 20 grand, for 10 grand in Southwest Texas. It's out there though. There's no infrastructure. You have to remember there's no infrastructure out there. Southwest Texas, it's been affected more by the drought. So there's no, so you're going to have to build a rainwater collection system or dig a well that's going to cost you money or whatever. But there are many ways to buy land if you're in Texas. And especially, like I was saying, if you're a veteran, I'm a veteran. So if you're a veteran, you have to take advantage of these programs like the Texas Veterans Land Board to buy your acreage. If you can't pay for it in cash, the Texas Veterans Land Board is better than going to a traditional bank to get the loan. Right now, banks are pulling back. Banks are in the survival mode. They're not giving out loans like they used to. They're being more strict with giving out these type of loans because of the economy. So you gotta think about that. So these are just some of the few of the things I want to talk about. I don't get on here a whole lot because I'm new to this journey of YouTube. So, and I want to thank all my subscribers. I'm almost to 400 subscribers, so I'm pretty happy about that. And as I continue on this journey, and I'm in no rush here. I'm not rushing out here, trying to buy land, in the next, 2 weeks or what. It's good to take your time. Because what I'm seeing is, as the economy gets worse, the people who are selling the land, they're going to have to lower the price of their land. As the interest rates go up, they're going to have less sellers who can buy land. So it's going to be a buyer's market in a way actually, when you think about it, to buy land. Because say that property you wanted, that acreage you wanted, was $25,000, and now it's been on the market for 6 months, and the seller's getting a little desperate. They're gonna have to lower it down to $20,000 if they want to sell it. So patience is a virtue, and that's what I'm doing. I'm watching the economy. As the interest rates go up, it can work in your favor if you have money, because you can use that money as leverage. Because as the interest rates go up, there's going to be a lot of people who are priced out of the market to buy land. Just like most people are being priced out of the market to buy homes. Home sales have dropped substantially. Excuse me. I need to be drinking my tea. My tongue tied, a little bit dry here. So I'm just on here talking about options, and what I'm seeing going on in here, the Houston area, I'm trying it myself. I'm already in the burbs. I'm about 45 minutes outside of the city of Houston, and that's not far enough for me. The city is getting more chaotic. It's getting more violent as the economy gets worse. As I get older, as I age, I like peace and serenity. So, each to their own. So. But one thing I did do today is I dispatched my first quail. I dispatched my first homegrown quail. I had 2 roos. I had 4 roos actually in one hutch. And I dispatched 2 of them this morning. And right now, they're in the oven and they smell so good while they're baking. So I'm happy about that. Dispatching my first 2 quail. I'm officially, a producer of some of my own protein. And that's just awesome, to be able to do that. So I'm looking forward to eating these two quail tonight, these 2 male roos. And one was heavier than the other one, So I'm looking forward to dining on these 2 baked quail. They smell so good in the oven right now. And I'm not going to hold you folks up. I just wanted to talk about a little bit what's going on in the economy. And I'm seeing the crisis with homelessness going up. All these homeless people out here. And especially within the city, the toxic matrix. And I'm thinking, if these people would just, wake up. A lot of them are on drugs. A lot of them have mental illness is real big now, especially now when you have economic turmoil. Mental illness gets worse. And like I was saying before, the Fed wants to lay more people off. The Fed wants unemployment to go up to stop inflation. They don't care. So you got to care about yourself. You got to care about your family. And with that, this is Virginia Life Wayne 69. I'm going to sign off. I'm going to go check my quail. And you guys have a awesome Saturday night. Please like my station and subscribe.